Alright, so we are live. It has been a minute since I have been on here. Make sure my volume. Okay, well, I guess that's a work in progress. Um, so it's been a minute since I've been on here. And I don't know. We're just going to see kind of what happens. So, I really hate all the work around water. Um, but I want to make a pretty nice city. So I think River Delta is where we were at last, and I don't know. Like I feel like all these little tiny islands got in the way of a lot of things. Um, say like custom maps. We can. I really need to look into some more maps. So, mm, I think we're gonna do Mountain Village because there's a lot of mountains. There's a lot of things we can do with that. We're gonna call this. I think we've already had a Maple Hill. Let's do this. We're gonna do Sugar Grove. We're gonna do North American. We've got natural disasters. We're gonna keep that off. We're gonna keep the unlock map tiles on. Okay. So first thing, we're gonna have to pause it. Okay, yeah. So hmm, I think I've had a city here before. I believe so. Anyways, so the the big thing here that a lot of people just don't get right when they start these games out is there's like zero planning that goes into it, and that's where everybody kind of gets messed up. Um, so first and foremost, I want to take this road completely out. Yeah, I want to take that completely out. I like how it follows the river, but we're essentially going to do that same thing. But we're also going to eliminate a few other things, like this right here. We're going to smooth that out. Yeah, let's just go all the way back. Okay, so that road is gone. Take that on out. Take that out. That out. Alright. So now let's go ahead and start. And see, this is another really massive thing. Like, if you're not careful, yeah, see, now that's going to be an issue. So we're going to do a slope terrain. And we're just going to do a gradual slope all the way to that point. Now my road can like easily go up to that. It's not going to be a tunnel or anything crazy. Okay, so now let's soften all of that. Okay. So it looks like it's pretty much staying at the same elevation. It does kind of bounce around just a little, but nothing crazy. For the most part, I think we can live with that. Alright, so one major thing, when you're putting your first initial arterial road in, make sure that it's massive, because you want your main arterial roads to be massive. And a big problem that I always have ran into, and I've saw other builders do the same, they'll put a small road in, like a medium road going through here. They'll build around all that, and then when traffic is just awful, then all of a sudden they can't expand out with that road. So then they're going to come in and build a whole different road, and it's a big problem. So I always just come straight in off the bat. Come in with a massive road. Space them out enough so you know you can put structures in between them or whatever for bridges and stuff if you need to. Now another really important thing is, see that 180 that pops up like right here? Make sure that is always a 180. If you want halfway decent roads, now one big thing that you're also going to notice with this is, so these big roads like this do not carry electricity. So always keep that in mind. It may not be very important when you're first getting started, but it is quite important. Now, I know you also may be thinking, well, my God, Nick, you just had a road just like that. Why did you take it out to put that in? Well, this road is significantly larger, and I got rid of some tunnels and other pretty useless things. Okay. Go ahead and do away with that. So for now, we're not really going to focus on anything over here. We're just right now going to focus on getting things built. So we're going to focus on this little valley right here first. We want the most level terrain for houses and things like that. Let's go ahead and get rid of all that. I know it's useful, blah blah blah, but at this point in the game it is not. Is there anything else I'm missing? Nope. So that's it. So before we get building, let's look at a few different things. Let's look at so our water, looks like all of our water goes that way. So that's good. So that means we need to make sure our sewer system and everything is going to be closer to this way. Let's see, I need to find the wind. Natural resources. We also don't want to mess that up. So we've got ore. We've got lots of ore. And just places for land. Or not land, but for farms. We have some oil. Okay, so that's good. Alright, so let's find... Where's the wind? Oh, there we go. I forgot it's under air pollution. So it looks like all the wind is also blowing. Oh. Okay. Alright. So we kind of got a good enough idea anyways of how it needs to be laid out. So if we look at the water, we have a good water source here. We've got our groundwater here. So I think this would be a pretty decent area for just houses. So we're going to do residential over here, and we're going to work on the city on this side. So ideally, people need to come off of the interstate, and I don't want them to shoot straight into the business area. Let me think. I mean, a 6-lane road is pretty big. Okay. So what we're going to do, we need quite a bit of area. First off, I also want to... Alright. So that's going to kind of be the backbone of the city. So the road is going to come off of the interstate and essentially dump off into that. So I want that road to be somewhat long, because this interstate yeah, so let me just we're going to come back here. Okay. Alright, so we need to split off here. Alright, so there's that. Now we also need to connect it into this road. So we're going to come here. Okay, so now you can get in and out. But now also, with that, so actually, we're going to take that back off. I want to make this road somewhat run parallel for a minute. Alright, then we'll have 2 lanes kind of cut off. Actually, take that back off. Oh, accidentally double click there, didn't mean to. Alright, now if you see what I've got going on here, now the way this is set up, vehicles are able to come straight down through here. They can merge over into this lane and continue on up. The vehicles that's coming from here will come over here and essentially just automatically go over into this lane. That way we don't have traffic crossing and getting really messy and all that. Alright, so now let's go into the city streets. I'm gonna start right here. Actually, I don't like those roads. I feel like 6 is just a lot. But this is not an arterial. See, that's getting kind of messy too. I don't really like that. So let's take that back off. What we're going to want to do with this essentially just kind of smooth that out. Now for the road, is it pretty? No, not really. But will it work? Absolutely. We also kind of want to come off of here. And I don't really want any businesses or anything along that road at the moment anyways. Oh yeah, I forgot, that's got to be We're just going to connect them. And then I think right there we can put a little park or something, I don't know. Okay, how are we? Okay, yeah, so we've got kind of a lot going on, so there's that. And just to keep things somewhat simple, I'm going to go ahead and run this road on around through here, connect up the sewer and the water, and then we're going to start working on getting some houses zoned out and all that. So let's go ahead and continue this on around. Kind of cut that one a little too close. There we go. Now I think I also... Oh, well, I don't know.
You're listening to Deluxe Relax with Alice Crash and
yeah, I think I want to go ahead and connect this road on up here. That way it goes into another city. Definitely not what I was wanting to do, but it's fine. I don't know who would be coming over on this road, but whatever. Yeah, and that slope is steep, man. It's still too steep? Oh, it's not that steep. Okay, well, it'll be fine. I don't think that's going to be a very popular road anyways. So it's all good. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the water going in our big city of Sugar Grove. Remember, the outlet, all this water is flowing that way, so we definitely don't want... water level too low. Okay, that's not what I was wanting to see. There we go. And that connected up perfect. Didn't even have to build a road. Now granted, that looks a little dumb. Let's see if I can kind of dress that up a little bit better. Okay, let's take the brush size down. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's kind of goofy looking, but it'll work. Alright, so we've got the water, now we just need the electricity. Now, we don't need anything crazy right now. I think solar may be my best bet at the moment. Oh yeah, I forgot that just takes up so much space. I mean, just like in West Virginia, they do, mountaintop removal. I guess I could do a little bit of that. All right, so we're gonna go. um, this could be interesting. To put a road up here. So I'm definitely gonna have to work the road in. This could take a little bit of time. So we want to go to about there. Alright, so I mean, this road could be a little dangerous, sure. Alright, we're gonna go from there to there. Just gotta sculpt it out. I mean, it's going to be a little steep. No doubt about that. We just got to make sure as we're going down the mountain, we're cutting in, or else it's not gonna work. So I don't feel like that slope's too steep. Okay, whatever. Well, I know this one's not too steep. See, kind of my plan is to run this road straight down like that. I really don't feel like that's too steep. Alright, whatever. That's why we just do little tiny sections at a time. Alright, we're just gonna go all out now. Right there's where we're going. Now we're coming straight up through here.
To Deluxe Relax with Alice Brash. Go ahead and say something, Sarah. Oh, what should I say? Don't touch that dial. Don't touch that dial.
Alright, cool. So I think one problem was that my control points are too close together. There we go. Now we got to put a transformer station. I guess we'll put it right here. But we're gonna go underground with the lines because, yeah. Okay, so since I just messed that all up, we're gonna smooth all that back out to kind of make it look more natural. Now that, on the other hand, I don't think there's a whole lot of help. Alright, so we've got power, we've got water, so now let's go ahead and start setting up this city. Oh yeah, we're just going to do some residential stuff somewhere. So just for these roads, I can always build on. So let's go ahead and zone all this as low density. And you never want to use that outer band until you know for sure. So like, I'm not going to build anything else right there, so I can definitely go ahead and use that one. So down here, we're just going to do low density business. Alright, now we do need some industrial somewhere. Okay, then, okay, the wind is going to blow up that way. So I can actually put some industrial, well, I don't want to have it upstream, though. Ah. So you do need industrial, like, over in this area, somewhere where it's not going to mess with anything else in the city. So we've also got train tracks right here. Okay. So that's kinda not really what I want, but that's what we're going to get. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. To this. And we're going to come 90 degrees straight off. We're going to drop it down and go underground. Alright, then we'll come right here. And we're just going to come straight off of this road. Sure. So now we should have, yeah, so we got water, sewer, and all that. So the water treatment plant, we're also going to put I want it out of the way. Yeah, I think it'll just be good enough for now. So let's unpause that for just a minute. Okay, we've got some stuff already getting built. Oh, I didn't zone any of that. So another really big reason why I thought over here would be best for industrial is because we've got this railroad track. So I may actually go ahead, because if I can go ahead and build a depot, Yeah, see, that actually works out really well right there.
You're listening to Deluxe Relax with Alice Brash. I'm her co-host, Sarah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and that's what I should have done first. Okay, we need to come over here first. I keep getting ahead of myself. Okay. So now we've got the railways tied together. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this though, because okay, so I'm starting to get a need for high density already. That seems a little soon. Okay. Alright, so that's growing pretty well. The industrial side is slow. I mean, I guess I could probably, just to keep some of that industrial traffic away from the city. Oh, I feel like I'm really going to regret this. Okay, so my population is still 0. We're going to go ahead and put in a citizen service center. We're going to do it over here. Oh. Wait, did I be at a welfare office, or? Oh well, that's fine. Now I do want to go ahead and put the bank in. Now, our population is starting to go up. Oh wow, there's a vehicle that's cool. Not sure that I would personally drive on this road. Oh, okay, so you just yeet over all that. Well, I do want plenty of backup batteries in the event of some sort of outage. So anyways, let's go ahead and look at that is so convenient, right where I have a road. Oh yeah, I also need some hospitals and stuff. I forgot about that. That's important. I don't know. Okay, anyways, you get the point. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to call it a day. It's been on here a little over an hour now. So, I'm out. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.